Yeah, guys, to the keys from Tiva Savage. That was so beautiful. Tiva Savage is making us proud in the UK. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love your outfit. The whole green and everything was on top. And with me in the house today is my co-host. I'm pretty sure you guys are very fond of him now. It's none other than Matthew.
This is to Tiwa Savage. Like,
Drummers.
like man, that was
Nice
beautiful. That was
one.
beautiful. Like seriously, while the event was going on, social media was absolutely awash with that performance, the
She did
beauty,
well.
the concept, the green concept. For me, the gown was spot on.
As
Although she was
in,
unable to move as she
so
would have
much,
wanted,
yeah.
especially when the gong started. You like expected her to express herself the
Herself,
more, but
yeah.
she couldn't do that. But by and large, I think the outfit was spot on.
It was awesome.
And yes, and the rendition for me, the notes and the fact that she was able to do the live
Modulation
band,
and
just
everything.
serenade everyone.
It was beautiful.
Nigeria would always represent when it comes to music.
We know they carry
you can go
last.
to sleep. Just pick a Nigerian musician and say, go to the US, go anywhere in the world. Will become
trust you.
Yes, will become the more like the shine show of all eyes. And we are happy. We're saying congratulations to Tiwa.
Congratulations.
Some persons are already of the opinion that performance seems to have reignited her career. I don't know if you agree. Those that said Tiwa's career don't come back because of that performance.
No, seriously. You know, she's still at the limelight.
Yeah, she's still at the limelight.
But this one is just like they just gave her this boom.
Like it
took her from maybe from 80 to 120. No, that was beautiful.
That was a beautiful one, and we hope she stays consistent.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, welcome once more. The show is Family Platform. My name is Matthew Okube, the guy that says it's just the way. Definitely you like it and the way it should be said. And away from the exploits of Tiwa Savage in a time where people no longer take studies seriously, especially the advent of social media. Several young persons would rather focus on Twitter, focus on being on Instagram and Facebook instead of dedicating time to study seriously, especially those in secondary school and other tertiary institutions. It is what's trending officially. And first, we are talking about Ejike Joy, a 16-year-old of Anglican Girls Secondary School in Inewi, Anambra State. She came out third in the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination for 2023. A young girl from Anambra State. She is number one. I remember sometimes last year, it happens to be a young boy from Kwara State, and this time around is a girl from Anambra State. Ejike Joy, she's 16 years old, a pupil of Inewi Anglican Girls Secondary School. Your take on her?
Yeah, congratulations to you, baby girl. You have really done well. It's what the wow, yes. And I would say to other aspiring students out there, learn from her. She did a good job. You know, she wants to take, according to what you.
Yes, you must also go with it that the dad happens to be a bike man, an Okada man, if we use that
That
word.
is the most shocking part of it all. He's a bike man. How did she even get the time to like study? You know, people like that, she'll have to cook, clean, go out and help and do some other things, and yet you still had the time to study.
I've always said this, Sophie. Your dad you don't need to come from a wealthy home for you to do well academically. Even research over time have even shown that students who are from more like average homes where there is no much money to really play around, no cars, they even work highly harder. So it just has to do with what the father has been able, or the mom, or even the senior ones have been able to inculcate into her. And today she is doing well, and we hope she continues, because you can tell that she would go to the university, continue like that, and you'll be rest assured that she will graduate with the first class.
Yes. Going down to what we have next for today is Ifeanyi Fagzi, who happens to be a journalist, welcoming his first child after 11 years. Wow.
You want to say he happens to be our colleagues? He's a journalist. The way he said, it also brings us to the side of faith. Having faith, stay at it, and also holding on to the vows of marriage. Because not everyone will be able to stay that long. Imagine the pressure the
From the
stigma from the
mother-in-law.
society. We're not even talking of the mother-in-law. Sometimes the neighbors alone.
Yes.
You guys should go and burn your own. Please
Any
don't send
small
my
thing,
child.
you are a man.
You are a man. Are you sure you are a man?
Ah.
Are you sure you are still a woman?
Ah.
Are you sure you can really conceive? So the pressure for me, for the fact that they waited this long, for over a
11.
decade, 11 years, and they were
Wow.
still able to say, okay, finally we had a girl, we had a child. So it's something to celebrate. You can see the man happens to be awash with powder and other stuff. He wants the celebration.
No, it's
Even
really
if I
what
decide,
it is.
if I see him rolling on the floor, I
won't be
think
surprised.
I won't be surprised. So,
Yeah.
Sophie, what is the message for you from for this? What is the message?
I feel we all need to be patient. I know it can be very pressurizing getting into marriage, and then the first 5 years of your marriage, you've not gotten a child. People will start asking questions, they'll start questioning you, they'll start advising you to go to different places. But trust me, it's best to wait on God, to wait on the Lord, because He knows how to sort things out.
Absolutely. It is absolutely best to wait on God, and you must also ensure that you develop that thick skin, because it won't definitely
Very
be easy.
important.
And away from the man that keeps celebrating, we're going to 2 billionaires. They say when 2 elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. But this time around, it is 2 billionaires that have decided to call out themselves on social media. We're talking about Tony Elumelu, the CEO of UBA, as well as Femi Otedola, one known as the Dollar Man. Otedola came out with a release on social media where he called out Tony Elumelu that Elumelu at some point betrayed him when he went bankrupt, and Elumelu went behind him, bought a couple of shares that highly belongs to him with another company's name, and he never knew that it was Elumelu buying it. And he also went to Elumelu with another business idea that he was about investing into power. Not knowing that Elumelu was also interested, and a couple of months later, Elumelu was already into the power business and bought a couple of companies that he would have also been privileged to get. So it became somehow messy on social media, but Elumelu on his part is yet to say a word, but it's been all about the father of DJ Kupi, Sophie.
Yes. Moving on to what we have next for today is a Louisiana man who was arrested for 29 years accused of rape, and now he's 49 in the prison. What really happened?
Well, I would say hallelujah that he has finally been released. He has been released. He finally got his freedom, and after spending 29 years behind bar, they finally realized that the old man, the man per se, because as we speak now, is around 49.
Yes, 49
so
years.
It tells you that he spent the last 29 years, 29 years of his life, his youthful age, in prison behind bars. There were reports that he allegedly raped his stepdaughter, and also the stepdaughter, a couple of months after the man had been convicted, confessed to the judge, confessed to the lawyers and a couple of other persons that he only made that up because the man was not being nice to her.
Really?
That he just wanted the man away from the mother or stuff like that. And the man spent 29 years behind bar. And
29 good
yes,
years.
And the man ought to have been released like a couple of months after. But when the lady made the confession, the young girl made the confession, they said no, that she made that under duress. Maybe some persons have went to talk to her. So the lawyers and the judge refused to give her attention.
Oh my God.
They said, no, you've said it and stuff like that. So they refused to look into the case.
Yeah,
but some persons took it upon themselves and they went through the rigors, 29 years, and finally the man is free. And you could see him celebrating. And the reason why he's celebrating, some persons are asking, why is he celebrating?
I was crying.
Yes, the last 29 years, he may have been behind bars. But in the American jury system, there is a clause or a portion that guarantees you some very humongous amount of money. When you are convicted wrongfully, if you're finally found not guilty and you're released, the number of years you spent in jail, there is a particular amount of money you pay.
Oh,
The
really?
government will pay you. The jury system would have to pay you as some form of compensation.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, congratulations to him. And also this time, I think, Sophie, this should definitely make you happy. Davido is saying Osun State gets set for the timeless concerts. Yes. And he's using that to celebrate the victory of the uncle, the governor of Osun State at the Supreme Court. And he's saying he wants to go there and celebrate the victory of the uncle. And the people of Osun are already saying, Davido, we are set for the timeless concerts.
So I'm also set for it too. Like the one he did in Lagos was awesome. Good. Was really good.
The one I ensured the IAG finally found a lady.
Yes. A lot of things happen in that concert.
But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And before we go to our next story on what's trending, which happens to be very, very touchy and emotional, let's see this song. This song, definitely most of you should be able to relate with it. It is Soso by Omah. In the course of the week, Omah came out on social media in the course of an interview, and he more like revealed what brought about that song. He said he wrote that song in a place of pain. He was going through some serious mental challenges, just had a broken relationship, and he was more like on his own. At that point, remember there was reports at sometimes last year where there were reports that he was into depression, that as a result of him being cheated by more like the girlfriend or what have you. Yes, and some persons felt that at that point, that might just be the end of his career. But in the place of pain, he told us about what he was going through. So Take My Pain Away was written by Omah in a place of pain. So that is to tell you that if you are heartbroken, you can also channel it into something. Yeah,
and Soso, who is Soso?
Yes.
I think Soso is like, let's say, goddess or something.
Soso happens to be, because based on his own translation, Soso happens to be more like a god.
Yeah, watching that video.
Soso happens to be more like a god, more like a deity and other stuff. But he said he reverences God, the one and only true God, and he would refer to him as Soso, as to his own Soso. Really? So I feel that was just it for Omah. But that song was beautiful. In a place of pain, Sophie, what do you do in a place of pain?
In a place of pain.
You just rant, you shout.
I cry.
God, why?
I cry. You get, and I ask God why. No, that is what we majorly do most times when we're in such situations. The first thing we do is to blame God, which is not right, but it's like a defense academy. But then he used his own, he utilized it to bring out something as beautiful as Soso, and it's everywhere around the world now. He really did a great job, and something that made him cut his dread, that dress that everybody was tripping for, he cut it because of this kind of situation. I'm so grateful to God that he got out of it and he came out strong and better in his career.
Yeah,
he really did a good job.
Yes, that was beautiful from Omah, Soso, and we hope that he continues to give us plenty songs to celebrate. It's time to go on a quick breather where we serve you the quotable quotes as well as a song for the week. You want to sit back, relax, and enjoy our song for the week. It is a banger.
See you, Sam.